Beginning, the arrival and the challenge. The first time I saw the Kelyrians, I realized how small humanity still was. Their ships floated like living creatures, shimmering with blue bioluminescence, wings pulsing softly in the vacuum of space. When Earth signed the exchange accord, I was one of the few soldiers chosen to represent our species in their training program. My name's Eli Raine, corporal, mechanic, and occasional trouble magnet. The Kelyrian War Academy wasn't a school, it was a crucible. Every trainee had a plasma scar or a missing scale to prove it. And they weren't fond of humans. They saw us as clever animals who'd stumbled into the galactic stage by accident. So when Commander Soren Valka, 7 feet of muscle, silver skin, and eyes that glowed like molten steel, challenged me to a duel, nobody was surprised. It wasn't official. It was personal. She'd seen me fix one of their weapons, a plasma glaive that even her techs couldn't calibrate, and she'd snarled in that strange melodic tone of hers. If you can touch Kelyrian steel without trembling, human, then face me with it. Everyone in the arena went silent. Refusing a challenge from a Kelyrian commander was like admitting cowardice. So, of course, I said yes. The duel begins. The next day, the arena dome opened to a sky streaked with auroras. The air shimmered from the planet's magnetic storms, painting the sand in shifting colors. Soren stood at the far end, her armor etched with runes that seemed to move when I looked too long. She carried her glaive, the same one I'd repaired, while I held a Kelyrian practice staff. It wasn't even mine. I'd borrowed it from a sympathetic cadet. "Begin!" shouted one of the instructors. Soren moved first, faster than anyone her size had the right to. The staff hummed as it deflected her first strike, the vibration nearly numbing my arms. The crowd roared as she pressed forward, a storm of steel and energy. I fell back, barely blocking her second sweep. She wasn't trying to test me, she was trying to humiliate me. Then she landed a blow that sent me sprawling, sand in my mouth, lights flashing behind my eyes. The staff rolled from my hands. She stepped forward, lowering her weapon. "Stay down, human," she said coldly. "Your spirit is fire, but your bones are glass. That should have been the end of it. But I'm human, we don't know when to quit." I pushed myself up, blood trickling down my chin, and raised my hands in a guard. "Guess you'll just have to break me then," I spat. The arena murmured, Kelyrian spectators whispering, intrigued. Defiance was a language they respected. But not from me. The tattoo awakens. When I lifted my left arm, the sleeve tore slightly, exposing the mark on my shoulder, a dark, spiraling sigil I'd had since birth. I never thought much about it. My mother told me it was a birthmark, though it looked like no symbol on Earth. As Soren lunged again, her weapon froze midair. Her eyes widened. The glow in them flickered from silver to white, like lightning trapped in crystal. "Where did you get that mark?" she whispered. I blinked, confused. "It's just a tattoo. Been there since I was a kid." "That is no ink," she said, stepping closer. "That is the mark of the Veilborn." The crowd gasped, a ripple of disbelief. The instructors, the soldiers, even the observers on the high balconies. Everyone froze. "The what now?" I asked, trying to stand. Soren dropped to one knee. Her weapon, a symbol of command, fell to the ground beside her with a thud. "Forgive me," she said, head bowed. "We did not know the heir still lived." Revelation, the forgotten link. The Kelyrians were an ancient species, older than Earth's recorded history. They believed their gods had once walked among the stars, leaving behind fragments of their essence, the Veilborn. According to their lore, the Veilborn were part divine, part mortal, marked by a swirling sigil identical to mine. I stood there, completely lost. I'm just a mechanic," I said, laughing nervously. "You've got the wrong guy." Soren's expression was unreadable. "The sigil cannot be forged. It's bound to the life well, the source of all Kelyrian life. Only those chosen by it carry the mark." Behind her, other commanders murmured in their native tongue, words I didn't recognize but could somehow understand. It was like their voices vibrated in my bones, resonating with something deep inside me. That's when my arm began to glow. Not faintly. It blazed with blue light, matching the aura of the Kelyrian runes. "Oh hell," I muttered. Soren looked up at me then, not with scorn but reverence. "You are linked to the founders. You carry their pulse." I wanted to protest, to tell them they were wrong. But in that moment, 1,000 images flashed behind my eyes. Cities made of light, beings of energy, and a sphere of power being split into fragments and cast across the galaxy. I collapsed to my knees, clutching my arm. The pain was unbearable, like every nerve was trying to remember something ancient. When it finally stopped, I looked up at Soren. Her expression had softened. "Your return was foretold," she said quietly. "And I challenged you. I am yours to command." Conflict, the resistance and the prophecy. Word of the human heir, spread across the academy like wildfire. Some believed it. Others called it blasphemy. The High Council ordered an investigation, but the mark wouldn't fade, and no technology could replicate it. Soren stayed by my side, guiding me through Kelyrian history. Their wars, their fall, their desperate search for the Veilborn who could reunite the fragmented clans. But not everyone welcomed me. Commander Dareth Val, one of Soren's rivals, saw me as a threat. He confronted us in the hangar days later, his armor gleaming like liquid fire. "The humans bring corruption," he sneered. "We will not kneel to one of them." Soren stepped forward, her glaive humming. "Watch your tongue. You insult the heir." "Then let the heir prove it," Dareth said, eyes locking onto mine. "Let his mark awaken the relic of the founders." Soren's jaw tightened. "That relic hasn't responded to anyone in centuries." Dareth smiled. "Then the truth will kill your fantasy." They led me to the Chamber of Echoes, where an ancient crystalline construct floated in a stasis field, the heart of the veil. It pulsed faintly, as though breathing in slow motion. Soren touched my shoulder. "If your mark is real, it will respond. If not..." She didn't finish the sentence, but I saw the fear in her eyes. I stepped forward, heart pounding. The chamber was cold, unnaturally so. My breath fogged in front of me as I reached out. The instant my fingers brushed the crystal, the entire room ignited in blue fire. The relic sang, a sound deeper than sound, vibrating through every molecule. Runes lit up the walls, spreading outward like veins of light. Soren dropped to one knee again. Dareth stumbled back, shielding his face. The heart of the veil projected a shape, a towering humanoid figure made of pure energy. Its voice filled the air, resonating like thunder in a dream. "The line of the founders endures. The Veilborn returns. The covenant must be renewed." Then the light faded. The relic shattered, its fragments orbiting me like glowing shards before vanishing into my skin. When the light died, silence fell. Dareth was the first to move. He bowed, trembling.